The new Visitors Centre at Van Dusen Botanical Gardens in Vancouver is exceptional in both its design and its construction. It's one of the projects in BC vying for certification through the Living Building Challenge.
The Living Building Challenge is the world's most stringent green building program, and the idea is to really push the design and building industry as far forward as possible and really ask them, how do we design buildings and infrastructure that is truly good for both the people and the planet.
The challenge asks that builders and architects achieve net zero energy and net zero water. In other words, that the project does not need energy or water to be purchased off-site.
Plants with flowers we like as a metaphor, because wouldn't it be great if our buildings generated all their own energy from the sun like the flower does? Wouldn't it be great if they only used the amount of water that fell on their rooftops and immediate surrounding area? If we could just be as smart as a flower, we'd be in so much better shape.
The flower analogy here is apt because this building's design is inspired by the petals of a flower with a bright center, or oculus as the designer calls it.
It's going to be bright yellow. It's going to stand out, and at night you'll see it from when you drive by. It'll be lit from inside. During the daytime, it's designed so that it captures the high sunlight and heats up fast, which then the heat rises and it forces ventilation of the building without any fans.
Electricity was a problem solved by sharing the building's ample stores of heat.
There's an existing restaurant on the site that has a very outdated heating system, so we put the most efficient solar hot water collectors. Then we share that heat with the neighboring building. In return, the restaurant gives us some electricity.
Water is collected on the building's green roof, seen here still under construction. It will be filtered and stored in 2 large underground cisterns for use as irrigation and to flush toilets. Black water from the bathrooms is also treated on site. The Living Building Challenge includes a list of toxic materials that may not be used. Some of these materials are standard items in the construction world.
One of the materials that we don't allow in the Living Building Challenge is PVC, polyvinyl chloride. When we see it everywhere in our buildings, it's used in pipe, it's used in wiring, it's used in siding. The unfortunate part is the manufacture of PVC produces dioxins, which are incredibly harmful to human health, and often those impacts happen in very poor communities where the factories are located.
Most of the wood you see here is reclaimed, like this bridge that's made of wood from an older structure on the site that was torn down. All the other materials had to be sourced from within a maximum radius based on weight. With a budget just shy of $22 million, it is the priciest example of a living building candidate to date. But the high price is due to the intricacies of the design, not its net zero energy infrastructure.
There's always this initial reaction that it's going to cost 3, 4, 5 times the cost, and that's never proven to be the case. It really depends on what you choose to value. We don't realize that we're actually externalizing a lot of costs on society. And if we actually weren't degrading the environment, weren't causing health problems for our fellow citizens, we weren't actually hurting our economies in the long run by choosing cheap products made from thousands of miles away rather than creating jobs in our communities with local materials and local people. If we really thought it through, then building living buildings is actually the smartest economic choice you can make.
This project also meets LEED Platinum status, once thought to be the highest standard in green construction. Elevating the Visitors Centre to living building standards is a challenge that the Vancouver Park Board is committed to.
Park Board and City of Vancouver has unique opportunity and responsibility to actually push these boundaries of sustainable design. We do want to show with our example that it could be done, that it's not, impossible, and that people should really change the way they think about living and how they fit with nature.
It is a game changer for this garden and really for the world of botanical gardens. We're the first in North America to attempt anything like this, and we're very, very proud.
We have about 100 registered projects in 8 countries. Out of those 100, there are 4 projects that have been through our very rigorous process, 3 of which are living buildings certified, and 1 of which came close.
The Omega Center in upstate New York achieved certification in 2010. This net zero energy facility uses tropical plants as part of a complex natural system to treat wastewater so thoroughly it eventually reaches drinking water standards.
So pure by that point, we actually have fish that live in down there.
Certification of living buildings is performance-based, and that means a building must be operational for a full year in order to be properly assessed. Such rigorous standards may be intimidating, and some buildings may not receive full certification. But the essence of the challenge is about changing the way people think, not just the way they build.
Pilot projects like this help people understand that this isn't crazy, that this is in fact really cool, that this can be beautiful and practical, and it opens minds. And then others are more brave. When someone else is the most brave, they can follow in their footsteps.